Welcome back. Now we answer questions we've received from you, our viewers. If you have a question, visit our website, QuranSpeaks.com. Dr. Shabir, here's a question from a viewer. What are your strongest arguments that Jesus was a Muslim from the earliest non-Islamic data?
So I think maybe the strongest argument would be that modern scholarship, which is actually trying to retrace the steps and find out who Jesus was in history, they come up with a man who is a human being who it's inconceivable that he would have claimed to be God, and it seems that most likely that he was like a Hebrew prophet, like the prophets of the Old Testament. Now, what we mean by Muslim, on the other hand, is not necessarily a follower of the Muslim faith today, because that's what the word Muslim conjures in the minds of the...
Not Muslim with a capital M, then.
Yes,
Muslim with a small
we can
m.
say Muslim, giving the definition and meaning of the term Muslim. The meaning of the term Muslim is one who submits to God. So as a submitter to God, Jesus can be seen, even in the Gospels, to be submitting. In the Garden of Gethsemane, it is said that he fell on his face and prayed, according to Matthew chapter 26, verse number 39. So he was praying to God, on whom he depended. He fell on his knees and prayed, according to the Gospel of Luke. He looked up into heaven and prayed, according to the Gospel of John. And the Gospel according to John has the most developed theology, presenting Jesus as an intermediary between man and God, the agent through which God created everything else, even as a kind of a second God, a begotten God, as he's called in some of the most ancient manuscripts of John's Gospel. But even in John's Gospel, in chapter 17, verse number 3, when he looked up into heaven and prayed, he said that they may know you as the only true God, and Jesus, your messenger, as Christ. So he is the Christ, the Messiah, messenger of God, but he also has a God, and that is the God that he was praying to. That's the best that history can decipher, that there is a dichotomy between the original Jesus, the Jesus of history, and the later thinking about Jesus, the Jesus of faith. So people have developed a faith about Jesus. They declared him to be God, and some have said that he's the second person of the Holy Trinity. But Jesus himself hardly could have had these concepts in his own mind.
So the early Jesus sounds more like a Muslim prophet.
Sounds more like a Muslim prophet, a human being, a messenger of God, like the prophets of the Old Testament. So, of course, that does not mean that in all respects we can reconstruct the history and know that Jesus was like the modern Muslim, but this is close enough, and it is definitely closer than some of the theologies that are out there that present Jesus as God himself, or as second person of the Holy Trinity. So in the end, I think I can confidently assert that Jesus was a Muslim.
Thank you for that, Dr.
You're welcome.
If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe, and please donate to support our work at QuranSpeaks.com.